This manga is gonna break the internet. It's not just setting records, it's rewriting them. Each weekly chapter surpasses the last and has a chokehold on the community. We're going to analyze Kagurabachi and talk about the origins of this manga. Chichiro, a magical swordsmith inspired by Zoro from One Piece, is hell-bent on avenging his father's death. If we break down the title of the manga, Kagura is a ritual dance to please the Shinto gods. It's used to pray for a good harvest and ward off natural disaster. The word bachi is similar to the word karma. Basically the idea of what you do will come back to bite you. So if we put this together, the name could mean the ritualistic dance of karma. This is interesting as the main purpose of the show is Chichiro avenging his father and all the other people who have been harmed by this criminal organization. Rokuhira Kunishige is a famous swordsmith with an interesting personality. He's lively and very childish at times, but is renowned as a hero of war. This contrast in his character is very ironic as he doesn't seem like someone who can be serious at all. He even speaks to his 3 goldfish, which he believes bring good luck and protect from evil. Traders first brought goldfish to Japan in 1502. They were sold to nobility and samurai as a symbol of wealth and good fortune. Since this manga is all about swords, it begins to make sense. His name, Rokuhira Kunishige, has an interesting meaning. Roku means 6, which could relate to the 6 demon swords introduced later on. Hira means flat, Kuni means country or nation, and Shige means heavy or important. This makes sense as he was a very important figure to his nation as he made the weapons which won the Meseite War. This pretty much just means sword war. He talks to his son about the weight of making a sword, the deeper meaning behind creating a weapon that kills, and the acceptance of its purpose. Chichiro agrees that he can carry this burden and begins his sword making journey. He is shown the 6 demon swords in the cellar of their house. 6 is viewed as an unlucky number as its pronunciation mutsu sounds like the word for nothingness. One of the swords is wrapped with a thick rope. I'm assuming this one must need some kind of extra protection for some reason. You know what else needs extra protection? You guys. Join the Pepper Max army and I swear I will stand by your side till the end of times. 3 sorcerers break in and end up killing Chichiro's father to steal the swords. This is where we see a time skip, and Chichiro is wielding the 7th sword him and his father were working on. His goal is to find the person behind all of this and kill them to retrieve the swords. His father's friend Shiba took him in afterwards and has been helping him with his goal. The name Shiba is the name of one of the oldest Japanese hunting dogs. His character parallels this very well as his goal is to find out information and flush out any bad guys he can find. He's also very loyal, just like man's best friend. There's a link between the villains and the Yakuza. The Yakuza are a crime syndicate that originated in Japan that were popularized around the 1600s. They are generally covered in gang tattoos, which is a reason why Japan still has a somewhat negative stigma towards visible tattoos. This is important because we were shown a hand tattoo on the first main villain we're introduced to. It is known as the Mark of Fire. Fire has a deep history of symbolism. In many religions and cultures, fire is viewed as a symbol of divinity. Some view it as the power to control, such as the Egyptians, while others believe it depicts knowledge and wisdom. It seems like the criminal organization in this manga believe in all of the above. They seek control over others through their powers and wisdom, which they view as divine. The sorcerers use magic and are considered necromancers. Necromancy is the practice of magical sorcery involving communication with the dead by summoning their spirits as apparitions or visions. Sometimes it's categorized under death magic. The word necromancy is adapted from the late Latin necromancia, a loan word from the post-classical Greek meaning dead body or divinity. Early necromancy was related to shamanism, which calls upon spirits such as the ghosts of ancestors. He also utilizes bonsai magic. The symbolism behind the bonsai comes from harmony, peace, order of thoughts, balance, and all things in good nature. This is ironic because they are mercilessly killing innocent people. Thorns come out instead of leaves as they symbolize sin, sorrow, and hardship. He then teleports away before Chichiro comes into the building. Chichiro begins his questioning and we get a name behind the mania, Hishaku. But as the hostage begins to speak, he explodes as a spell placed on him won't allow secrets to be revealed. Hishaku is a bamboo scoop used to measure the transfer of water during teme. Teme is a traditional tea ceremony in Japan. I'm interested to see what his name has to do with his character design. We see Chichiro grab his sword and attack a large group of enemies. 2 fish appear as the blade is taken out. He says N10 when he draws the blade. N10 means abyss or deep water. Then Kuro when he attacks. The darker fish is behind him here as Kuro means black. Then Nishiki when he attacks again, with the multicolored fish behind him. Nishiki is brocade, which is a floral pattern in textiles. An explanation is given on how the swords are imbued with magic. Everyone is filled with Genryoku. It's essentially life power. The demon swords take the user's power and manifest it into physical form. The closest idea to this is the principles of Tai Chi and Chakra. It's essentially the energy that drives life, and one can harness that energy to use it as power. Chichiro asks his next opponent about the sword named Kurugumo. It is said to create clouds when drawn from the user. I need to know more about this sword and the little girl who's protecting the information on it. I really do think it has the potential to be god tier. If you want to see why Kizaru is a psychopath, click here.